Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Hardspace Shipbreaker. So they had a patch, and I actually read the patch notes, but it's a laundry list of changes. One of the things they changed had something to do with the hab, and in my pre-recording tests, and what you were about to see if you actually physically watch the videos, the video quality is going to take a huge nosedive, but it's only in the hab. I don't know why. I don't know what they've changed. I checked the options and I didn't see anything too weird. There was an option that says hab screen effects I just disabled, but it's still happening. So things are going to get chunky, but once we're actually cutting the ship, everything's going to be fine. So I just wanted to warn you, because things are, yep, it's immediately chunky. I'm chunky. It's a pain in the ass. I don't know what happened. So we got $3 million for free because of the patch. They had to clear the ship out of the bay, and you get a little bit of money when that happens. But $3 million is not that much for us. That's fine. So we're going to get back to work. Oh yeah, they added a bunch of achievements. I don't know what I just got since I don't have the game bar up. But that's something I can chase for the future. Alright, so we've got a... let's see, 60s... Ooh, there's a ghost ship. Let's do the ghost ship. So it's an Atlas Roustabout tug. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, actually, let me double check that there's no equipment I want to get. Okay, we've got all the heat upgrades for the cutter. And it looks like we don't need anything else in the short term, so I'm going to save up my points rather than spend any. Didn't like that noise. That's new, or I've never noticed it before. Alright, let's get the ghost ship. And now that we're actually going to be there, I think everything's going to be nice and smooth.
Man. Don't know about all of you, but ghost ships really creep me out.
I mean, they're not really ghost ships, Kai. Just some malfunctioning AI. Nothing to be afraid of.
I'm not so sure. They give me a really weird feeling, especially with that high-pitched scream when you cut them.
Wait. What scream?
Yeah, like, you know, when you cut them.
What are you talking about?
I'm really confused right now. You're not hearing this? Are you messing with me?
I swear. Kai, we're not messing with you.
You're hearing it too, Cutter, right?
It's just a lot of superstition around these things. Like Lou said, just a pile of old AI tech. Nothing more.
Yeah, you say that, but there is screaming. That's one of the reasons why you can get yourself some speaker upgrades for your vehicle. I mean, your spacesuit.
I was going to mention these. You see those weird nose links? Doesn't want them, and they don't seem to be responding to any method of deactivation. You got two ways of dealing with them. One, you burn them up with your guts tool on the spot. Two, you chuck them in the furnace.
So the weird nodes he's talking about are these things. Notice how it says destroy at the bottom there. So these things, we just need to... Was it making some noise? It sounded like it was making some noise. Okay. So... yeah, if this is attached to a piece of salvage, then it renders the entire piece of salvage worthless. So if I just grab this light bank and huck it into the thing, then I get nothing. So instead, we burn them, and you will hear the high-pitched scream that Kai was talking about. Yeah, they scream. They scream when you burn them.
That's how it's done. Next one you see, just rinse and repeat.
That's probably fine, though. They're probably not haunted at all, and everything is fine. Okay, so our first step, as always, is getting some of this stuff off. I feel a little heavier, too. I almost started burning those off, and that would have been bad, because that would have been an explosive decompression. Alright, okay, so luckily you can see them in the object scanner. They're these little red things. I don't know if you can see that, right behind the reticle. That is an AI pod. So as long as I'm not seeing that, we're good. Also, they mixed this, they mixed up the locations of where they can go. Which is cool, because it used to be that they tended to pile up in the cockpit and the cargo bay, and that was it. So it wasn't very hard to get them all dealt with, but now they can be anywhere. They've never been on the outside to me before, so the fact that they were here tells me what we're dealing with. So yeah, I was a good boy. I read the patch notes. It also reads like a freaking laundry list, because they post every single little itty-bitty bug they fixed, which is good. I mean, I'm glad they're thorough. I'd rather have thoroughness than just various bug fixes, like you see in most patch notes. But it does mean it's a hard read. And oh my god, there's so many of them this time. There aren't usually this many. Alright. So ghost ships are very valuable, especially because every one that you shoot, you get $100,000 for. But the challenge is getting all of them. And also there seems to be less music. Like, the ghost ships are a bit creepy. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I don't know why they exist. Also, the paint job on all these ghost ships are similar too. This weird black and yellow goop. But the biggest problem with the ghost ships, the AI pods are in charge of the ship. So if you just go in and you start messing around, they will start cycling the airlocks on you.
Cutter, seems like the AI's gone all haywire in here, wreaking havoc in all the ship's systems. All right, keep your nose down, your eyes up.
Yeah, what he just said. So they can't magically do things. They can't, for example, put pressurization back in a room that you have depressurized. But they can turn on and off the airlocks or the depressurization machines. Like, they could repressurize a room if there is a... Yeah, see? The airlock just cycled over there. This is fine. So they will do this until there's not a single AI pod remaining. And the problem is if you don't take that shit into account, it's going to be a problem when you start trying to do explosive decompressions. Alright, so my new strategy here, I'm going to pop all 4 caps off the thrusters before I get in there. The thruster nozzle text is a different font. That's strange. I didn't understand some of the patch notes they said, because some of them were very obscure, or some of them were just like different languages. A lot of the ones from the last patch were different languages. The text was overwrapping itself. So they've changed some fonts, but at least for my resolution, that's actually a detriment. So, I mean, it just is what it is. Whoa, game. Easy now. Alright. So, yeah. Looks like everything's fine so far. Actually, I should go from the bottom again, that way It's always harder to get the upper thruster nozzle because it wants to bump the lower one. So we're gonna wiggle on down like this. We're gonna whoosh. So yeah, something they changed made it less optimized in the hab, and I'm not sure what that is. It's not a big deal. I was doing a little experimenting. But this has taught me something else. Like, my computer's pretty decent. It's well above the gaming curve at the moment. I intentionally got a decent one, or decent parts, because of my whole recording thing. But if I manage to get a lot of money, which I don't think is going to happen, this is kind of this is old school YouTube, man. I'm not exactly flush with cash, but since I'm using Facecam anyway, I said before, if I'm going to use Facecam, I'm going to do it right. And one of the cameras I looked into was GoPros. I think that's what a lot of YouTubers who are kind of, who've been around a little bit, but they're not flush with cash. I think a lot of people use GoPros, because it makes sense. GoPros have their own memory card, so when they record, it's not taking up computer resources and space. And that's my problem with my setup, that everything is run through my one computer. So the fact it's trying to render 2 videos in 60 frames a second, plus the application in 60 frames a second, that is just demolishing my, okay, the entire door opened. Did you decompress it? It decompressed the entire ship for me. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. Don't like that it decompressed the entire ship for me and is inviting me inside. I don't like any of that. I'm gonna get back to the thruster caps. Anyway. Air pressure level increasing? Oh, yep. It's now repressurizing stuff.
You got 5 minutes remaining in your shift.
Hate it. Alright, anyway. If I can afford a GoPro or some other camera that I can use instead of my little cheap-ass webcam, I will. I think that'll give me better quality, and it will certainly make things a lot easier for my computer's resources to manage. If that is future Pyro's problem, I would need a few $100s of disposable, income before I did that. And, I don't see that happening anytime for the channel, because right now we're spending money on rent. Okay, but that's future planning. Who knows? Maybe Mr. Beast will see my channel and my... As I'm recording this, my birthday stream is only a couple days away. As you're seeing this, it's probably already happened, I believe. Yeah, maybe Mr. Beast will see my 40th birthday stream, Jesus, and then he'll donate me a couple $100,000 to get the channel functional. Short of that, gonna just have to keep saving my money. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna break the tethers because I don't want that accidentally causing problems, but we'll do this one. I don't like these thruster engines, man. That's one thing I like about the other ship models. They don't have those. Alright, so we're gonna do a little cutty here. And then, how did I do this the last time? Oh, I think I got rid of one fuel tank. I wonder if I can... Yeah, there's no good angle. We'll just, play it safe. Yes, I know. Oxygen low, oxygen low. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Anyway, as long as... I don't think I finished my thought. As long as there is at least one AI pod on the ship that is undestroyed, it can cycle anything it wants to in the ship's systems. It can't... It's not magic, like if you disconnect power, it can't do anything. Got another achievement. Don't know what that's for. I'll have to take a look. If you disconnect power, the AI can't cycle things. If you expose it to space, it can't just magically patch those holes. It's not a 3D printer or anything like that, but it... I don't think I can pull this thruster bit off yet. It might even still be attached by cutting points. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm going to leave those to last. That I at least learned my lesson for. Do I have enough time to get one more? I believe I do. Just have to concentrate. I've been letting my coffee go cold. It's early morning. Got a coffee. Basically doing the whole thing I like doing with this game. Kind of getting ready, but then my camera started having its issues, so I've been concentrating on that, and have not grabbed my coffee. See, now this is behaving itself properly. The last time I recorded these engines, I got pulled out of holding on to them, holding on to the wall.
Time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep. Let's finish strong.
When I was attempting it before, and now it's working properly again. So that's good. I don't know if they changed that either. Like I said, I tried to read the patch notes, but when it was that long, I couldn't, man. I could not, my brain couldn't stay awake for that whole thing. Oh, that reminds me of something I wanted to talk about for reading too, but I'll save that for the next shift since we're almost done here. Yeah. One thing I really like about Hardspace Shipbreaker is I get to just chat. Like, this is almost a vlog, and I like it. Even though I've never really been vlog a guy. But I like talking about the business and my activities. So that's where I'm at. So, alright, that's good enough. We have 7 seconds left. And I assume the video is going to get real choppy again once we get back to the hab. We're good right now. 4.7 million, not bad. I'm watching the readout, the video monitor. Everything's fine so far. It's thinking real hard about loading. It's all smooth? So it just fucks up on the first one.
Have a great day.
We'll be back after these ads. Coffee's still warm. We are back. Okay, so duly noted for the next time. Spam Blue World's roleplay campaign? What the hell? Wait, we have a new... I mean, it says spam, but... Hi, so our big campaign finished, and now I've been thinking of DMing a Blue Worlds game. It's an alternate... What is with the weird space after every apostrophe? It's an alternate Earth where AI intervened before the Great Swampification. I've attached pages for character creation, including class and alignments. We'll be accepting up to 8 players because the games can run long otherwise, but if there's enough interest, we can coordinate multiple campaigns with crossover events. Let me know. P.S. Links got really weird when I mentioned it was an AI-themed campaign, so if we can avoid them hearing about it, this would be great. Okay. Alright. So let's check our gear. Yeah, everything's nice and smooth on the videos now. Am I recording everything clean? Check. Yeah, that's clean. What the So it's only the first one? Hold on, wait. I'm closing programs here. Wait. Yeah, even Task Manager's fine. Okay, I don't know what the flip's going on. Gonna go ahead and say it's the AI's fault. That seems like a safe bet. So we need to heal our thrusters. Anything else going on? Ah, force push. Yes. Okay. And then for oxygen, we need 81 license tokens for that. Okay, good deal. Oof. Back to what I was gonna say. So, The, oh. So, I was watching another Let's Player channel, and they were playing...
Cutter, might need to be a little careful with this ship. She's been giving us some grief. Found her floating. No one aboard, no distress signals. Manifest and completely wiped. It's like they took a long walk, never came home. Just keep an eye out, alright? Don't think any little green men are gonna come jumping out at you, but there might be, some leftovers of the crew. Weaver out.
Probably fine. Okay, so I was watching another Let's Player, and they're playing Danganronpa, and I didn't think I would like Danganronpa. For those who don't know, it is an anime type of sort of detective game crossed with Hunger Games, maybe, but predating that. Wait, do they predate them? When did Hunger Games come out? No, maybe they don't predate. Anyway, so it's sort of like a more juvenile and anime version of, say, Phoenix Wright. For those who don't know it, hopefully that does it justice. For those who do know it, go ahead and tell me in the comments if you would agree with that description. I didn't think I'd like it because I generally have grown out of certain high school anime. Like, I generally like anime, but I tend to like the more mature ones. Even if they have juvenile humor, just ones that aren't so high school focused. Tend to be more my speed. So I didn't... Don't worry about it. So I didn't... I wasn't sure if I wanted it, but it's one of those games that the way I've described it is it's just interesting enough to hold my attention, despite being just stupid enough for me not to really like it. So I guess it's become a guilty pleasure. Anyway, by coincidence, I finally finished that Let's Player's second game run. Is that an AI pod that's blinking? No, that's just saying that it's the red light because it's unpowered. So I finally finished the second game, and by coincidence, the third game just hit the Xbox Game Pass, which is where I'm playing Hardspace Shipbreaker. So I'm like, well, shit, I haven't played them before, and I would get through them a lot faster than they would because they're doing voice acting and cracking jokes almost every other dialogue because it's a Let's Play. And so I've started Danganronpa 3, or V3. That was confusing, and I had to check the Wikipedia page for that nonsense. But that's fun, and I am eager to get back to that, too. Even though it's kind of dumb. I don't know, man. I tend to be able to revel in silliness, and I just have to turn my brain off for some of that, and just be like, yep, this is stupid, but stupid in a sort of good way, so I can kind of get into the stupidity. And it is not horrible so far. I haven't gotten very far in it, but that's what I'm up to when I'm not shipbreaking or playing just an absurd amount of Final Fantasy XIV. Alright. That sounded weird. I never noticed before whether the AI pods interfere with my speakers, but I suppose it's possible. Alright, I've hucked all that in there. We have significantly lowered the profile of the ship. I'm going to do a quick object scan on the external bit of the ship to make sure that there's no AI pods in here. It does not appear so. It's very windy, and my blinds are freaking out. That's why I have to keep reaching over. They're making very creepy noises, which I don't need right now, what with this being an AI ship and all. Alright. It's like my apartment is also deciding to haunt me right now. But this is nice. Oh yeah, I was going to mention that. It was 90 degrees last night. Hey, there's the Celsius calculation on the screen. It was 90 degrees. It was extremely hot. I hated it. I went to bed. Now it's cold because I live in the Midwest, and the joke is always, if you don't like the weather, wait an hour. And holy crap, did the weather turn hard. So is that an AI pod? It is. Ooh, how am I going to get to you? I mean, I think I saw that one earlier. I might have to cut this upper thruster away. I don't even see it. I see the red light. Okay. There we go. That was the one I was going to have a little trouble with. Everything else is inside. Okay. So when you do ghost ships, you have to work a little slowly. Because otherwise it can kind of... I'm going to go get more oxygen. You have to work a little slowly because once they start shutting doors and messing with you a little bit, you have to kind of cut as you go. Like, getting them out of there becomes the priority, but you also have to be cautious because they might be on things. And if they are on things, like, say, a computer terminal, it can get a little hinky trying to... You know what I should do? Since they've currently decompressed the cockpit, I should open the cockpit. Because they've got the entire ship decompressed right now. Doing this will mean there's a permanent decompression point that will be open. And I can always get back in this way. Yup, see? Oh, yup, it's trying to pressurize everything. See, I did that just in time. The cargo room is not pressurized. The cockpit cannot be pressurized because I just opened it up. And then that gives me a chance to start getting some of these AI pods out of here. There's one that's sitting... Hold to extract... No. We don't want to do that. We want to... You've got to be really quick at stopping the cutting, because you don't want to keep cutting into it so hard that you break the flight terminal. That's the tricky bit. Oh, there's an atmosphere regulator, and it's... Oh, maybe that was a broken one. Oh, whatever. Oh, now it's opened everything. It's opened everything to the, Oh, now it just closed the door on us. God damn it. Stop it, AI pods. So it won't do anything dangerous. Like, I don't think it'll force a decompression. But you may force a decompression if, like, you think it's secure and then it opens a door behind you and recompresses shit. So you have to just kind of work slowly. Alright, let's just get... The other thing I could do is pre-cut a hole in the wall, and then it wouldn't be able to do that. The problem with doing that... Oh. Okay, so I've got an object that has an AI node on it. Okay, so we're just gonna pull that out. Okay, see, this is the problem. This is two soft crates, or two nodes on a soft crate. And the problem is if my cutter even barely touches the soft crate, it burns the crate. So I could just huck the entire thing into the furnace and be done with it, but then I don't get the value of the soft crate itself. And I tend to be very, very particular, so I want as much salvage as I can get. So this takes a bit of a surgical cut. There we go. Now the whole thing is bargeable. There we go. Alright, before I continue on, there was like a part that I threw halfway across the thing. There it is.
Left till we call her a day. We were out.
You are a helmet? Helmet found. Audio data.
Okay. Right. Recording this, and then I gotta stash it. Someone has boarded us. Don't know who yet. They hit us with, I don't know, it must have been an EMP or something. Every ship system went down. Then they booted it all back up when something just grabbed us. I could hear the clamps. I heard them cutting in through the hull. Now, if they are bandits, they are a hell of a lot more sophisticated than anything we have run into before. They took over all our systems. Doors are locked and overrides are disabled. The comms are offline. They turned off the 10 lights and we are trapped in the dark and... I can hear them in the walls. Oh no. They are in the next room. Please, whoever gets this, tell Harold Lamar on IO Way Station 9. Ted loves him.
Holy shit! I do not recall hearing that ever before. These AI pods are fucking creepy. Alright, so there's that. Let's see, what else do we... Alright, we've cleared basically that entire front section. The cargo and the airlock are still pressurized. The compartments are depressurized. Okay. 3 minutes remain. I'm going to try to get in there. Let's see. I know there's a couple AI pods immediately in the airlock, so I'm going to try to deal with them first. Almost missed this one. Okay. Looks like... Is that all of them? I wonder if that was all of them. There's no victory noise when you destroy all of the nodes. Just, okay. This does not look great either. Alright, let's collect the parts. And we can flush the... Well, I thought I could. It doesn't say there's a way to flush the fuel tanks.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay, so now, to make sure they can't mess with me, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a cut there. Yeah, so even though that damages a little thing, the reason I did that, notice how the atmosphere regulator has been disabled? Since I've cut a hole between this room and the cockpit,
1 minute left, Cutter. Time to start wrapping things
then they can no longer attempt to try to oh, they did seal me off behind me. See that shit? That door was wide open when we came here. But now, that's going to permanently leave that door open because...
Transferring credits.
Because now the cargo room is open to the outside. Alright, so... Yeah, so the airlock got shut in behind me.
Airlock
So there is still an AI node somewhere here. Okay, that's fine. Can I pull this out without starting a fire? Yes. Okay. Bonk. That was kind of dumb because I don't have an exit strategy for it, but I'm still going to pull them anyway. So that's draining them, so now there's no fuel in those pipes. Alright. I'm being way more surgical on the ship than I probably need to, but I want to make sure I do it right. And it's worth a lot of experience points, just only 5 salvage goals rather than the 9 we usually do. But, short shift, in theory. What the hell was that? It gave me the loading screen, faded out to the loading screen. Alright, whatever. We'll be back again after these ads. I keep saying we as if Akamura is here. I will be back. I'm also gonna futz with my blinds. Anyway, ads. And back. Someone posted a comment that they appreciated that I do that thing where I'm saying, like, we'll be back after these messages. That's very much an old school television thing, which is not much done on YouTube, but I like it, and if it's appreciated by you all, I will definitely keep doing it when I can. Some games I don't know where I'm putting the ads in, and that's the problem. You don't really keep track of that stuff when you're recording, usually. But a game like this, where there's a very obvious break point and a very obvious gameplay loop, it's easy to know where those breaks are going to go. Anyway, 4.9 million, so we got 4.3 million profit. Still chipping away at that debt. And so let's check our gear. Hello, baby. Ooh, my scanner's all futzed. It really seems like my hit points, my durability is going down a lot faster now. I like that. I wanted that challenge. It could be just because I've played this game so much, but it does seem like it's too easy in places. I would love for there to be an actual hard mode, like your durability goes down way faster and all that. And again, make it optional. I love this game so much, I want there to be an extreme hard mode somewhere.
This here's another one of them ghost ships. Same story as last time. It looks like the bot's been running the show. I'll be honest with you. They kind of give me the creeps. You tread lightly, Cutter. Weaver out.
It's the same ship, Weaver. Same ship it was before. Alright, so is there anything that is not okay, everything has been decompressed except the airlock. Forcibly decompressed because of the holes I made. That's good. Now the question is, are there any AI pods remaining? I don't believe so. Well, what's that? I can't tell. That could be an AI pod. But if it is, I think that's the last one. Let's head down there. The biggest problem I have right now is I need to cut a hole to get into the ship, because... Oh, that's not. What is that thing? That is an ion coil. Okay. So yeah, so we did cut the entire ship. Excellent. Or decompress the entire ship. Excellent. Okay, so now I need to cut a hole into the side so I can start getting the stuff out of here. Which means I need to get into the compartments. Which is going to be a little annoying because of all of these wires. Like, I can open the hole. Yeah, there we go. Let's break that off. Okay. Like, this isn't hard, it's just trying to find where to cut to make this work like I want it to. Alright, we're just gonna cut all the cut points. That was very inefficient. Why can't I... Okay, there we go. Something weird about the headlamp on this all of a sudden. Don't know if that's pre-patch or post-patch. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. Oh, the engines are in the way. Okay. That's actually fine. That means this is a good time to get the engines out of the way. Now that I've gotten the panels open. Oh, there we go. Okay, this should be free, so we can send that whole thing into the barge. I wonder what it is about brains that allows some of us to better keep, for example, my ability to know where I am in space. Like, in a 3D space, I'm pretty good at it. So even though I'm doing all these weird turns, I generally know what direction I'm oriented. And I know some people are going to have a trickier time with that. And it makes me wonder how brains work. Brains are interesting. Okay, there we go. Cut open this massive, massive hole to the side, which is exactly what we needed. I'm gonna get this thing out of here. We'll send it to the opposite processor because that processor is a bit busy. Come on. Face this way. There we go. Alright. A couple panels are now open in the front. Let's get those out of there. Okay, good. Alright, so now that we have this open hole, I can always make sure you see what's behind your cutting point. Don't cut too deep. You always, or you want to cut out if you can help it. But if it's not feasible or if it's just quicker, just make sure you know what's behind what you're cutting. There we go. So the goal here is to get the reactor out of the way so my HUD doesn't keep freaking the hell out. Which means I need to try to cut a hole in the floor. Which would be helpful anyway, because with all of these computer terminals, that's a grab and huck situation. So if I can open a hole in the floor, I can start grabbing and hucking. I had a feeling it was held by something. What are you held by? It's alright. One thing at a time. Oh, can I just kind of shove myself through this? Not really. I'm going to have to move some stuff. There we go. That's probably way more aggressive than I need to be. I'm being, well, aggressive. That's the word for it. Okay, I think that happened because I activated the push and pushed myself backward, nearly sliming the back of my head into the ship at terminal velocity, which would not have been very helpful to my situation here. Oh, that's the direction I'm in. Okay. Yeah, let's just keep pushing that panel out. And we need to get the engines out of here. Shit, where's my cutting points? There's one. Okay, there we go. Is this the furnace? That is the furnace. Wait, how did the ship get pushed that far over? Oh, that must have been from all the pushing I was doing. Like, with the pushy-do, I must have been really twisting the ship. That's why I was getting that crushing alert. Okay. So I got a little too rambunctious with the grapple beam. That's probably going to be fine.
Transferring credits.
I'm gonna have to be kind of cautious now. Yeah, something got twisted. That's gonna be a problem fixing that, since those two engine or thruster panels are now at the bottom. I somehow rolled the ship 90 degrees. I don't know how I did that. It's actually not the worst thing, but that removes my grab and huck from the bottom, unfortunately. Because now it's no longer the bottom. Here I was talking about knowing where I am in space, but I just have to now mentally reorient myself. Well, I can still do some grab and hucks, so maybe it's not so bad. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is just a weird little issue I just gave myself. Yep, and I see my oxygen. Which is gonna be a little on the low side, but it's okay. Alright, now we can handle the reactor. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, man. That actually worked out pretty well. Now we just have to finish the grab and hawks. And then I'm going to have to double check the object scanner to make sure I didn't miss anything. Where I'm certain I will have missed something, because in these grabs, I'm sure I've dislodged the power cells a little bit, and they're going to be... I'm going to have to go seek them out. They might have gotten bumped around.
Salvage registered.
Okay. That is a suit patch kit. Not seeing anything else. Oh, there's one. Jeez. Okay. What is this thing? Is that a light? Yeah. Just need to get that out of the way. Alright. Let's see. Ah. Atmosphere regulator, worth a lot of money. Okay. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna have to work from the bottom up.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
They sure are, Karen. I'm gonna go get some oxygen. There's not much left to the ship. Looking at that bar at the top, I'm probably 3/4 of the way done already. You know, earlier in the series I had mentioned that I kind of wished... So, like, when you buy the level 4 oxygen upgrade, that gives you enough oxygen that you don't have to buy it anymore, but there's still another level of oxygen upgrade. And I found that kind of annoying, because I'm like, why would they give you an upgrade that you really don't ever need? But maybe Lynx is selling it to you anyway just to be a dick? Like, I could see Lynx doing that. This corporation is kind of douchey, and they're taking your money that they're paying you. So, you know, it kind of tracks with the with the theming of the game. Alright, you go to the furnace. You're gonna go to the other furnace because I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I've got much more room there. Okay.
Material accepted. Credit
So... yeah. Alright, so let's get these wires off. This is usually, or this is way more surgical than I usually am. I don't usually care about the wires like this. But they're just in my way enough that I want to get them out of here.
material deposited. Account credit applied.
Salvage goal 4, and then this is going to go to the processor.
Looking like you got about a minute left, Cutter.
Yep, thank you, Weaver. I got this.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Alright, so that opens that up. Then I can pull this one out the same way. Except the grapple beam got real confused on that one. There we go. Okay, I would say that's a good shift. This thing is free, so I could probably send that into the processor. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so that gets rid of that one. That one is free as well, but we'll send that in the next shift, because there's not a ton of time right now. There we go. Yeah, we should be able to finish the ship up in the next shift. It probably won't even take all that long. That's weird. Why does it fade out to show me the exact same thing? What did you do, game developers? 6.4 million, nearly 6 million in profit. We've got enough Lynx tokens to get the next oxygen upgrade. And we will do that after these ads. And I'm back. So, let's grab some equipment. We're going to go to our helmet and get the level 4 oxygen capacity. The system slowly conditions the user's lungs to operate while consuming less oxygen. I don't understand that, but okay. So, we'll see if they change something, but I think now that I have that level 4 oxygen upgrade, like I said before the ads, I don't believe I need to buy oxygen anymore. But we'll see. I do need to buy tethers for sure.
Tethers restored.
Alright, so that thruster module is heading properly into the processor. I don't need to watch it anymore. Let's send this one in there as well. I'm just going to do the one tether on that because I think it'll turn itself. And then it'll line up on the processor better. Yeah. Yeah, that's the better way to do it, rather than trying to shove it sideways in there. Okay, so now... let's see... Almost, kind of, for a split second, I'm like, oh man, I don't know what order of operation I need to do here, but I've got it. So we need to get this back panel out. So it's not the airlock, but... Ooh, now this isn't moving. I wonder why things aren't moving quite as much on this ship. Oh, it's partly because I'm wedged up against the furnace, I think. Luckily, we've upgraded the grapple so much that I've got the strength to move very large chunks of the ship now. Am I actually pulling the whole damn thing away from the furnace? Because that would be fantastic. Alright, let's stop there and see how things are moving. I can't tell. Alright, let's get the airlock out. As soon as you start pitching the ship, or yawing it, or rolling it, then everything starts getting weird when it comes to ship breaking. So let's just go back to the tried and true methods of getting the airlock free. We're just gonna hold that right there for a second. Because I want to get that panel out of there first. Okay, where did it go?
Processing valuable object. Credit awarded.
Alright. So now
Applying credit to account.
we can get the airlock itself out. What is blue? Are you the patch kit? Yes, I don't need you right now. Bam. There we go. Okay, now this whole thing is free, so let's send it to the processor. I think getting the airlock out of there was what I needed to do. Yeah, now the panel is not grabbing onto anything. Alright, so we are almost done. So now, can I get this top section out cleanly? I'll have to cut those 4 cut points up there to free it. Okay. Let's do that. Let's peel it like an onion, baby. So this needs to go. Whoa. This needs to go. That's, I think I can cut into the pipes now. I just can't cut into the fuel canisters, and that's fine. Okay. Yes, that frees up. Yes! Okay. So now you go here. Let's use 2 tethers for control. Okay. Yes, much better. Now that that entire game... Don't crash! Okay, thank you. Alright, so now we get that out of there. We've got some grab and huck times. Is it grab and huck? Grab. Huck. Grab. Huck. There we go. Oh, something else I can talk about. So Zug, Evelyn Loveless, mentioned that she tends to watch this kind of in background and has been a fan of mine all of these years because of that. Because I don't do the smash cuts. I have experimented a little bit. You may have noticed there's I'll occasionally insert an image. I think I did a Tomorrow is Another Day meme on my second episode of this series, but that's always where it will go. I promise all of you, I will never become like a hyper cutter type of YouTuber. It's just not my style. And to be perfectly honest, 100% honest with you, it's a lot of work to do that too. And I'm lazy. I don't have an editor. I don't have the time to be that silly and that nonsensical about it. Okay, so I'm supposed to cut the pipe junction. Alright, anything with those stripes, I guess, is cuttable. See, I'm wondering if there was a better way to do this. Yeah, I shouldn't have even cut anything. I should have just moved the whole thing as one unit. Because now... I mean, it's fine. They're easier to move since I cut them into thirds, but with the tethers, I don't think I needed to do that. Anyway, we have evolved over the years. I have evolved as a channel. Obviously, like, using face cam and stuff that I said I would never do. So, but as far as that, I cannot imagine a world where I will find it a good idea to completely betray my style and start doing hypercuts and memes and wacky sound effects and references. That's just not me. Not as the majority of my humor / the show style. Is that it? Am I done? Not quite. We need to get this front section off. The shift is taking a bit longer than I thought it would, but this is actually not a bad thing to kind of take my time finishing it up, too. Especially after this happened. The roll. Okay, we bump it. And then we processor it. Okay. So now, are there any objects left? What is this? Food pack. Ah, there's something. There's a door panel I missed. Okay, wires, those go to the furnace. Lights are irrelevant. I don't need the patch kit. Okay, we are good. So everything here can go to the furnace. And we'll use 3 tethers for control. And that whole thing is less than 10,000 kilos. Okay, cool. Alright, any other object that I may have missed or flung out into space accidentally does not appear so. We still have 5 minutes left on the shift. So I'm going to kind of keep my eye on this, because it's entirely possible that it's going to have trouble getting into the furnace, so I may as well just make sure it actually goes, and then we can call this an episode. And, okay, now the camera is being a little chunky. And now it's fixed itself. Okay, this episode might look a little below my standards, but, I mean, the only thing I could do to fix that is to just not do facecam for the rest of the series, and I don't want to do that. So, because I want to be consistent. We started this with facecam, we're going to end it with facecam. I'm actually chilly. I'm going to have to put on socks.
Sir, if you're fixing to dot the I's and cross the T's, you got about 5 minutes to do it.
Well, you can consider those T's crossed and those I's dotted, Weaver, because I am done with this ship as soon as the rest of that little bit gets in the furnace. Yeah, baby. Perfect. Our first ghost ship. Nice and clean. I think the main thing with the ghost ships is that you get a lot of experience points for it, but it's not worth as much money as some of the bigger ships. So we'll have to try the bigger ships next. Look at that. We only destroyed 1% of the ship. That's very, very good. Salvaged 99%. That is extremely good. Huge chunk of the deck came off. 19 million. We got a lot of experience points. I'm happy with that effort, man. We did great. Oh, I wish this was a multiplayer game. Okay. They need to make a sequel. All right. So that's going to do it for this one. Going to keep on working in the next one. Hopefully gain a level and get ourselves the next part of the story. It looks like we're going to be gaining a level in the next one because I've got 155 experience points to go, and that should be easily done on a single ship. So, thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow, soon. Not necessarily tomorrow, but soon, for another episode.